Hello you dirty dogs and welcome back to Euro Roundup, where me and Patrick Van Straten take a look at the best and the worst from across the continent of the weekend just past, and it was an absolute scorcher, wasn't it? We have Barca in the winners and Real in the losers, but we start with a nice result for Nice, don't we, Patrick? Why are they in our winners?
Well, at Aaron Casey brings us this one, and Nice ended Monaco's winning start to the season with a 4-0 smashing. Now that's exactly the same result as in this game last season. For some reason, Monaco do not like heading along the coast to Nice. And just like last year, Mario Balotelli got a brace, Alassane Player scored as well, but the fourth this time came from young 18-year-old Nice trainee Ignatius Ganago, who scored on his competitive debut. Now, Monaco were unbeaten in 24 Liga games going into this match, so you'd have thought that they'd be pretty confident, and shots look kind of even. Nice had 9 shots, Monaco had 11, but Monaco had just 1 shot on target.
Highly unusual for them.
Well, bear in mind that up until now, they've averaged over 6 shots on target in their other 4 Liga games so far this season, and Nice had 5 on target in this match. So Monaco, they were getting up to the penalty area, but they could not get through.
Yeah, so the perfect start to their season has ended emphatically. And what is it about Monaco, Pato? They conceded just 31 league goals last year. That's fewer than Chelsea conceded in the Premier League. But in each of their last 6 defeats, they've allowed 3 goals or more. So when they find themselves behind or they're losing by a couple of goals, the defence seems to go to pot. Who knows, maybe Leonardo Jardim doesn't have a plan B. They are an all guns blazing sort of side, aren't they? And in case you're thinking they played a weakened side because they have a Champions League game against RB Leipzig later this week, they actually started pretty much with 8 regulars. That included Moutinho, Lemar, Falcao, Sidibe, Glick, Hemerson, Subasic and Fabinho. So they weren't lacking in personnel, but one guy who likes playing Monaco and who's actually got a very impressive record in terms of league goals to league starts is Mario Balotelli. He now has 17 goals from just 21 starts in Nice. And who knows, maybe this is the season when he finally gets over 20 goals in a league campaign. Still, despite the victory, Nice remain in the bottom half with 2 wins and 3 losses from their first 5, and Monaco are still in second, but already a big dent in their title hopes, isn't it? PSG will be licking their lips.
Real Madrid are our first losers. This comes from Walker Abir. Why did Los Blancos have a bad weekend, Chris?
Well, my friend, Ernesto Valverde must be licking his lips at Barca as Los Blancos' poor start to the season continues. They drew yet again. This time it was 1-1 with Levante. They now sit 4 points behind Barcelona already. And this is the first time they've actually failed to win either of their first 2 home games since 1995. That season, Pato, they finished 6th. Somehow, don't think that's going to happen again this season. They are getting incredibly unlucky at the moment, aren't they? But Levante even went 1-0 up through Ivy before Lucas Vazquez, of all people, equalised 10 minutes before half-time for the home side. It was another frustrating day, as I said, at the office for Madrid, who enjoyed 70% possession, had 18 shots with 10 on target, by God. And to cap it all off, a moment of madness spoiled proceedings even further, didn't it, mate?
Well, yeah, in the 89th minute, Marcelo managed to get himself sent off. He had a shot at goal, he fell over, decided to kick someone, and unsurprisingly saw red. This is actually Real Madrid's 3rd red card of the season. That's 1 more than they had in the whole of the last campaign under Zidane. So they're not really getting the rub of the green at the moment. I think they've been unlucky in this game. I think they were unlucky against Valencia as well. They could easily have picked up 3 points here. Toni Kroos hit the woodwork in injury time with a classic effort. You know the one, curling from outside the box.
The finesse.
Yeah, anyway, Benzema and Bale are failing to pick up the slack, which last season was kind of covered for by Morata coming in off the bench, and of course Ronaldo's out at the moment as well. Benzema's got 1 assist and 0 goals so far this season. Bale had 4 shots in this game, but 3 of them were off target, and he couldn't really make any headway. As soon as Ronaldo's back, you'd have thought that things will get better, but for the moment, Real have got to find a way to stay in touch with Barca, or the season might actually be over before they've even got up and running.
Staying in La Liga, our next winners come from @Christian, and he's picked Barcelona, who enjoyed a 5-0 demolishing Pato of Espanyol.
Yeah, Messi got a hat-trick and Piqué and Suarez scored as well. Barca, of course, are top of the league now. They've got 9 points after 3 games. And as we mentioned in the other section, they're 4 points ahead of Real Madrid. They've scored 9 goals this season. Not a huge number, but they are yet to concede. They've only allowed 3 shots on target in the league so far, in 3 games. Absolutely unbelievable stuff. Rakitic and Jordi Alba are at the races in this game. They got 2 assists each, while Ousmane Dembele came on, played 23 minutes, completed 7 passes. 1 of them was an assist for Luis Suarez's goal. And I honestly recommend that you go and check it out because it's an absolutely sensational first-time pass and a first-time finish.
It's filthy, isn't it? He somehow manages to guide it in with his standing foot, just letting the pace of the ball hit his foot, doesn't he? Absolutely expertly done, as Pato said. Go and check that out. Now, just leave this. We'll just carry on. Anyway, yeah, Messi's hat-trick was the 42nd of his career and his 38th for Barca. He also created 4 chances on the night, benefiting from playing in that new look 4-4-2 with Luis Suarez up top. He's now the all-time top goal scorer in the Catalan derby with 16 goals. The fact that anyone comes close to him is astounding. But yeah, the Blaugrana have been extremely reliant on the Argentinian so far this season. He's definitely shouldering a lot of that goal-scoring burden. He has 5 of their 9 La Liga goals and has taken 28 of their 58 shots. These are vintage stats. That means he's taken more shots than 7 La Liga teams. But tougher tests await as Juventus are playing them at the Camp Nou on Tuesday in the Champions League. What do you think the score is going to be, guys? What a tasty, tasty tie. Let us know in the comments below.
Next up, we have Bruce Rogerson's recommendation, and he says that Milan should be in our losers after they got beaten 4-1 by Simone Inzaghi's Lazio. Chris, give us some detail.
Could not agree more, Brucey boy. Yes, Simone Inzaghi's men absolutely blitzed Monte's Milan, scoring 4 goals in the first 50 minutes, which included a Ciro Immobile hat-trick. The last time they beat the Milanese by this scoreline was in the 99-2000 season, which was actually when they won their last Scudetto. This was despite being forced into an early change as Bastos came on for the injured Wallace, but it didn't matter because of their talisman. Immobile now has 17 league goals in 2017. Only Dries Mertens has more than him on 18, and the Italian in this game alone, had 7 shots on the night and also clocked up an assist, laying Luis Alberto expertly on for the 4th as they sprung a counter-attack. Pato, this one bucked the trend, didn't it?
Yeah, Lazio actually hadn't beaten Milan in 9 matches. And Milan started pretty brightly. They had 3 chances in the opening quarter of an hour. And they actually eventually outshot the hosts 18-12. Though that's partially, of course, because they were chasing the game for so long. Lazio actually had more efforts on target. And Immobile's second goal, which is a lovely volley, is definitely worth a look. Add that to your playlist as well as Suarez's goal. Now, they played some really good counter-attacking stuff, and moreover, they were really a physical force that Milan couldn't cope with. Lazio won 80% of their aerial duels. They completed 22 tackles, while Milan completed 14. So they really overpowered the opposition in this match. And even Montolivo's late consolation goal, he's been on great goal-scoring form so far this season, even that had an element of luck. Nothing went right for Milan, really. Lazio leapfrogged them into 3rd, and Montela's men drop down to 7th. Where are they going to finish this season? Can they make the Champions League places? Let us know what you think in the comments below.
Our last winner comes to us courtesy of @HungerCS, and he thinks Nagelsmann's Hoffenheim should be in the winners. Why, oh why?
Well, they beat Bayern Munich for the 2nd time in a row, 2-0. Julian Nagelsmann must be absolutely delighted. Bayern had 70% of the possession in this game. Hoffenheim had just 6 shots, but 3 of them were on target, and 2 of them went in courtesy of Mark Uth. He is the first Hoffenheim player ever to score a brace in a single match against Bayern Munich, though partially because Hoffenheim were in about the 4th division until, 7-8 years ago? Doesn't matter. Good fact. He was always going to be the main man from the outset. He's got 6 of Hoffenheim's 10 goals so far this season. So when they get through, he is the guy they want on the end of their chances. Now, Bayern put on an absolute battering later in the game. 23 shots, they had 6 on target, but they could not get through. Hoffenheim, it was a rearguard action, rode their luck a little bit, but walked away with the 3 points.
Hoffenheim have actually kept 8 clean sheets in their last 10 games.
Not
which
bad.
is pretty impressive. And I have some more defensive stats for you here. 12 aerial duels won, 32 clearances by Hoffenheim in the night, particularly Nordtveit and Hubner getting 15 between them. And already this season, Carlo Ancelotti is inviting pressure on his position, isn't he? They lie in 6th place at current. He's been linked with a move to China as early as January, if you believe Mario Basler. And Nagelsmann is a big candidate for that job, isn't he? And he's passing the interview with flying colours. Would you take him at Bayern Munich? Bayern Munich fans and football fans in general, you know? We're all one big happy family on EFD. Let us know in this poll right now.
Our final losers are Bayer Leverkusen. Of course, they lost Kevin Campbell in the transfer window, and they've also had a pretty shocking start to the season, have they not, Chris?
Yeah, also lost Dragovic to Leicester. You know,
only on loan though,
and
he wasn't very
good. Yeah, so moving on. Yeah, they lost 3-1 away from home to Mainz and now sit second bottom, Pato, on 1 point. This actually belies the performance that they put in against Bayern Munich in the opening day of the season, which was actually very good in comparison to this, which wasn't. But yet they went 1-0 up thanks to an early goal from defensive midfielder Dominic Kuh, who recently joined from Augsburg and whose name I have evidently butchered there. Mainz's 21-year-old former Leverkusen attacking midfielder, though, Ott Oztonali, I'm not going to try that again, then changed the home side's fortunes with a pair of assists, making 4 tackles and completing 4 key passes on the night as well. So a very good day for him, Pato. What else did you notice about this game in these 6 minutes of highlights we watched this morning?
Well, Bayer Leverkusen had 64% of the possession. They had 13 shots. These might be okay, but then only 2 of those shots landed on target. That is extremely low, below league average. In fact, Mainz, it's their first win of the season. They've now gone all the way up to 13th place. That's not that much. You wonder if already the top half of the table are pulling away. If after 3 games of the season, a win can only take you up to 13th. You know, that seems a little bit tough. Julian Brandt also had a tough time. He didn't have a single shot. He was dispossessed twice. He had 33 touches of the ball. Now, that's not terrible, but then you see that Rene Adler in goal for Mainz had 28. And you start to wonder a little bit. Leverkusen really need to get that attack firing again because they've certainly got the personnel. If they don't do it soon, they're going to see the Champions League places slip by.
So that was this week's Euro Roundup, guys. Who have we missed out? Who should we have included? Let us know in the comments below. And if you'd like to partake, make sure you get at me and Pato on Twitter throughout the week. Said that out with a lot of emphasis. What should they do now,
Interesting.
Pato?
I think that they should head over to our new channel, 90+1 Facts. Seeing as we've covered Barcelona and Real Madrid this week, there are 2 videos over there, 90+1 Facts about Barcelona, 90+1 Facts about Real Madrid. Find out everything you could possibly want to know and a little bit more about the 2 biggest clubs in Spain.